All right, everyone, we are about to move through a rare energy on February the 17th. This is coming in with a new moon in the sign of Aquarius, and this new moon is showing up in our lives as a solar eclipse with a ring of fire around it. So this doesn't happen every day. And what I wanted to do for you today is to pull a message that Spirit wants to share with you in order to work with this solar eclipse. So let's get into it. Welcome in, my beautiful Sagittarius friends. How are you? I am so happy and thankful to have each and every one of you here with me today. So thank you, everyone. And those of you that are brand new to my channel, hello and welcome, my friends. My name is Ria. Let's go ahead, call in Spirit, open up this space and see what it is your soul is meant to hear around this solar eclipse. So I wanted to start with a surrender card for you first. There's something that you're meant to surrender at this time. And surrender to success. Look at that. You're meant to surrender to success. So you are ready to experience abundance, Sagittarius. Don't look back at previous roadblocks or difficulties. Leap into an exciting new world of possibilities. So look at that. You may have had the mirror as something prominent. It might be resonating with you in some way. And I'm getting you looking at yourself in the mirror, and there's some sort of a thought or affirmation that you are repeating. So I'm going to read this to you one more time. You are ready to experience abundance. Don't look back at previous roadblocks or difficulties. Leap into an exciting new world of possibilities. So let the past go and move on from it. So I'm going to go ahead and pull a song oracle for you. I felt called to pull this card deck because when I was looking at images of this solar eclipse, to me it looked like a disc, like a record that you put on a record player, right? So we are getting Silly Love Songs by Wings. Silly Love Songs by Wings. You might have heard that song recently, and hopelessly romantic is the message coming through. So affection will come easily at this time. Share the love that makes you smile. Ignore the cynics and embrace love at this time. And this image might be resonating with you in some way. And lucky you, Sagittarius, we have two songs coming up. All Out of Love by Air Supply. And the message here is unresolved feelings you may be working through. So you're stuck in the echo of goodbye, some of you. What broke you can't fix you, you feel like. And stop clinging to the past. You're meant to let it go. Okay, so there's something here that you are moving through, and I feel it's flipping and flopping. So there's a process that you're moving through at this time, and you may be listening to songs depending on the waves of emotions and feelings that you're feeling. So you might want to, if you're feeling inclined, to listen to these songs and see what comes through for you, if anything resonates. So let's go ahead, pull some tarot cards. Five of Cups. This is an energy that feels a little bit slower. It feels like it's dragging on. You don't feel good in it either. There's disappointment here, right? There's resentment, there's emotional interference here. Maybe someone let you down, someone said something to you and your feelings are hurt. Maybe this is the other way around. Maybe you're supporting someone that is going through this. Okay, so stay strong here. This is only temporary. This too shall pass. So Five of Cups, we've got the Chariot cord. Of course it's going to pass. It always passes. And I'm seeing that you are moving on and away from whatever this is, this experience. And I'm seeing you being supported on all levels here, and you feeling supported as well. That is the Chariot card. So the Chariot is a major arcana card for you. This energy is going to be prominent. However, it does tend to be in the background. So some of you are going to feel this energy intensely, while others you're going to feel this subtly. We have the Nine of Wands. So protect your peace, protect your energy. You have to have your boundaries up right now, especially around someone that may try to test them. Maybe there is someone that is crossing the line here, and you're being called to have courage and stand in your truth and speak it, but out of the energy of love. You want to keep love at the core here, Sagittarius. You are leveling up in your experience, and this feels kind of like a testy energy, right? So you're going to overcome this because you are awesome at it. Okay, so I want you to use your own intuition with my reading today. Whenever you see my cards popping up, I want you to try and interpret them using your own intuition. This is going to strengthen your intuition, and you will also receive your own messages. And that is my favorite part, is when you share with me how these cards connect with you, how they show up in your life, and how you resonate with this reading. So share with me in the comment section below. I love this energy. I don't know if any of you are outside somewhere at night and playing the guitar. You know, maybe there's a bonfire here, you're camping, or just out on a summer's evening. There's some sort of a memory coming up here with these cards, and I feel maybe you have been reminiscing, or there's been like this experience of nostalgia, right? So maybe it has to do with a song. So before I begin, I just wanted to mention that we all live a different life experience. These cards are going to present themselves differently in each of our lives. This is also a general reading for you today. So those of you that are watching, if my reading isn't resonating for you, please leave it behind. But also check out your moon, rising, and Venus signs, because sometimes they put the pieces together for you. So there's something that Spirit is reflecting to you about you in your reality. And this is something that you are not meant to obsessively look for or have any kind of stress or worry around, but rather surrender to it and allow it to reveal itself to you. Right? It's happening through the silence. It's happening through the quietude. It is happening through the whispers and the echoes. It's not happening through the noise. Okay, so the number 5, the number 12, the number 12, the number 7, and the number 9. These are all light codes and number frequencies that you might be seeing somewhere in your life individually or as a part of a sequence that is connecting you to this solar eclipse. So what it is doing is revealing to you something that is leaving your life. There's a change taking place, and there's something here that feels like it's burning to the ground. Those are the words they want me to use. There's something that feels energetically that has burnt to the ground. And there's a rising that is happening at the same time. So I'm getting the phoenix coming through. And I'm also getting Humpty Dumpty. Maybe that's the story of Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. You know, maybe there's something to do with that. That's really interesting that they're showing me that right now. That totally distracted me. And distractions are coming in, taking you away from what is rather than what was. Okay, so that's really interesting. There is a light and a shadow aspect to this card today. And I'm seeing that the light is already surrounding you, but there's almost like this focus on the darkness. And the darkness doesn't necessarily have to be something negative. It's in the way of the experience that you are trying to experience, that is the light, right? So the practice of gratitude here is going to be incredibly important. Just, you know, making a point to genuinely be thankful, and within the experience you're having, like, I'm so happy and so grateful that I get to wake up every single day and enjoy another beautiful day to create the life I desire, right? So that practice of gratitude is important. And with this 5 of Cups, I feel that you're being called to connect with Mother Nature more. So just getting outside, opening a window, getting fresh breath of air, right? I'm getting that some of you are being called to clear the energy in your home or the space that you spend most of your time in. It feels like a spring cleaning. There's a lot of clutter or dust here. So perhaps clearing this area, and that will also help with the sneezing or the coughing. I'm not a doctor. I'm not giving any kind of medical advice here, everyone. I'm just reading the energies of the cards. Okay, so emotions here. I'm definitely getting, there's some sort of like feeling here that is heavy, that you're choosing to hold on to. And I feel this is something that is unintentional. It's not something that you're aware of, or you have become aware of it and you're doing some inner healing around it. So there's a lot of different layers to this in the way that it's showing up for you. And I'm seeing you moving through this. There is some work ahead. There is some energy and effort that I'm seeing that you're going to need to put into this in order to reach that level. And I'm seeing you reaching it is showing up here. And I feel that others are going to also see that you're rising above whatever this experience is, that you're coming out of this. And I'm seeing that you're able to share this with others, right? There's a gift here. There is some sort of like skill set, some sort of a superpower that you have acquired by walking through the shadows here, right? And there, timing here, I'm definitely getting timing coming in, some sort of, resistance or some sort of gripping onto time in some way. So they are encouraging you to let that go, right? That is also holding you in place. If you're holding on to that string, you got to let it go so things can move, right? And remember, again, this is only temporary. This too shall pass. You're only moving through this. And you're meant to move through this. You're not meant to resist it or fight it, right? Your soul is evolving through whatever this Five of Cups experience is for you. And they're really encouraging you to make sure that you are giving yourself way more love right now than you are to others, to your projects, or to whatever it is. That you're actually focusing on your wellness, right? Self-care, and really putting the energy effort there first before spreading that out into your world, right? The Chariot card is letting me know that you are overcoming whatever this challenge, this hardship, this slower period, whatever this is for you, emotional period, right? Where things may be all over the place, and maybe it is because the experience you're having, but emotionally, that body water is being hit hard here with that. Or, there's something that was etched in that you're not wanting to let go of. But whatever this is, it's showing up in your world as light as well. It's so interesting because for some of you, this may be loss of a loved one. And perhaps you've been in this space of grieving. And our experience with grief is different, right? And you have to just be in that experience in order to move through it. And I feel that the light here is whoever this is on the other side that's bringing that light into your life. They're giving you their light. So you may have had an encounter or a connection with a loved one on the other side recently. Maybe they've come into your dreams or you are missing them more than normal. Okay, so this is coming through. And this feels like you're reaching a finish line and you're crossing over. And you're moving into a new timeline with this. And this is something that you're being called to protect because there are external energies that may remind you or try to interrupt or distract you to go back into this experience. So for you, this eclipse is revealing to you what you're not seeing that might pull you back into this space, right? And sometimes we go through choppiness where, yeah, that is there. We're moving through it, but we're not being pulled back down, right? So I'm seeing you rising. And, when we go through this elevation, this ascension, we experience ascension symptoms. So you might be feeling tired or you might be feeling something else. Make sure you first go get that looked at by the doctor, but know that whatever this is happening because you are moving through an elevation and you're shifting energies into a new experience. And you're being called to protect your peace, your calm, your nervous system from anything external that might be triggering you or making you react to it. This could be things online. This is the Nine of Wands. It's coming in very strong. And what they're encouraging you to do is to pause and reflect. Pause and look at where Spirit is communicating to you because there's something definitely being reflected here, right? And they're showing you something and you're seeing it, you're connecting with it. And this is the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe where the girl walks through the closet. And I'm getting the Mirror here. That's how that energy is coming through for you. So that might be a confirmation or resonating for you in some way. And this is what it feels like. You're walking through the closet into this new experience, right? And there's like protection around it. Only you know of this place, and you get to invite who you want there, right? So this is how they're wanting me to show that to you. And the Chariot card it's active. It is not passive. It is moving. There's a lot of support here as well. Know that your spirit team is cheering you on with something. There's something here that has sparked within you, something that on another layer, you know, we can have this as a layer and this as a layer. We can be experiencing many different things at the same time. And this is coming in very strongly. This is something I feel that is in the background. It is something that you carry around without it interfering. It's kind of like hidden in a closet. And maybe this is why I'm getting the closet and the girl walking through and Narnia, coming Chronicles of Narnia, Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Wow. That just keeps coming through very strongly here. I did create an intro on a collective reading with one of those scenes there, one of those clips. So creative energy is also flowing through you here. And I feel that there's some sort of a channel, something that is able to share this story in a way that is healing, in a way that is inspiring, in a way that teaches and guides, right? So here, this elevation and you being able to see from a higher perspective. So this is an expansion in your consciousness. I'm seeing that you're seeing more and what works and what doesn't for you. This is where you're pausing to stop to see what you need to change and what you need to, like, it's like a pit stop before you level up. And you get to change things if you need to, and take a look where maybe you've been giving your power away and reclaim that power, because you're going to need it where you're going, right? So there's no wasted energy here. And that in itself is a process as well. So allow yourself to be here as you're moving through it without judging yourself, without beating yourself up or thinking something not so good about yourself about it, right? And I'm also seeing some of you in the public eye in some way. So this has been coming through quite a bit in the signs readings today, a lot of the signs actually. So I feel on a collective level, there is a rising in consciousness, more information that we are receiving. And I feel sometimes we receive way more than what we can process or even understand or fathom. So there's this experience around you as well right now, Sagittarius, that Spirit is encouraging you to be discerning around. We live in an information age. We are overloaded with all of these different things that are going on in the world. And that can sometimes challenge us. It can shift our beliefs. It can influence us. There's so much that can happen with some of these illusionary things and some of these things that are purposely being thrown at us. You know, like there's so much that is going on right now. I don't even want to get into that. But protect yourself from any kind of energies that are putting you into this state. Because whatever this is, it's not real. There's like some sort of an illusion, some sort of chaos, and it's just getting more and more. So you got to really keep yourself stable and grounded and not let this get the best of you. We're not here to match any kind of external energies. We're here to stabilize ourselves within our own experience, within our own frequency and vibration. So staying grounded and centered at this time, regulating your nervous system is going to be of top priority, right? And not giving in to what we believe may be true, but there's like a back and forth with this. There's a lot of flipping and flopping and a lot of confusion. So if you feel life is a bit confusing, or maybe there's a particular situation, perhaps it's time to pull back away from it and allow it to naturally unfold. You know, sometimes we want to control it. Sometimes we want to fix it. But right now they're encouraging you to pull away from it, protect your peace, and stay here as things naturally unfold. All right, so that's coming through. And this also feels energetically and spiritually like a graduation has happened, like you're feeling something within yourself and it has unlocked some sort of like a power, your ability to see more, foretell more, or see through the deception and the illusions, being able to see through that wall that creates that barrier. And not everyone has this ability, Sagittarius. So what this solar eclipse is doing is allowing you to see from a different perspective. And I've also been seeing this eclipse as an eye that has been dilated, and it's the pupil that's really big. So I feel for some reason there's some information coming in with this. And when I take a look at it, it feels like either the third eye, or it feels like it's the eyes of like alien beings. That's what I imagine in my mind. And I'm getting telepathic energy here as well. So I feel that your spiritual gifts are amplifying and you're finding yourself feeling either challenged or tested in some way here. So that grounding and protecting your peace, regulating your nervous system is going to be incredibly important, especially like through some of the thoughts that you're thinking that can make you feel a little bit shaky or anxious or nervous, right? Yeah, sometimes it's a lot to be able to see things, right? So, or understand things, but what else am I getting here through this card? Someone who is preparing. I'm getting preppers, right? So that's coming through. So we got your angels and ancestors that are coming through now with some guidance as you're moving through this solar eclipse. And we're getting the wise one that jumped out. We've got an owl here as well. So you might be resonating with this image in some way. And we also have a raven. So grow within your current situation. You're being called to grow within your current situation. All right, so let's see what the wise one, look at that. I got it right on the page. So the message is knuckle down, Sagittarius. Be reliable and committed. Be open to wisdom and insights from your elders. And I feel, being reliable and committed with those that aren't reliable and committed to us, it can be difficult in those situations. So I feel there's some sort of a shift in the way that you're doing things in a particular connection. So the wise one represents the wisest aspect of the goddess and the crone. In paganism, the modern Wicca, the crone is the fiercest, most psychic, and most aware aspect of the goddess. Because she has been through many of life's challenges and overcome many setbacks, on this card, the raven in her hands represents the capacity to overcome the dark times and be reborn again and again. Right? That's the Five of Cups. So she helps you to tap into wisdom to overcome whatever life throws at you. Wisdom being the information stored in your soul rather than the knowledge acquired in this lifetime. And to learn from the experience of your elders. The wisdom of the wise one is based on something that the younger generation is often lacking in commitment and reliability. When this card appears, you are being guided to continue working on your growth and expansion within your current situation. Be committed to your tasks and projects. It can be very easy to get bored or overwhelmed, but persevere. You are being reminded of how it feels to be let down and experience unreliability, and that is not who you were born to be. So keep working on what you're working on because it's going to be extremely beneficial for you in the long run. So they're wanting you to let go of any kind of weight you've been carrying around, past disappointments or things that people have or have not done. So that is your message from the wise one. And we are going to go ahead and close and seal your reading now with an angel number. So we are getting here for you, the void. You may be experiencing the void. 0 is your angel number. So freedom from limitations. This is what is coming in. There's a release, mercy, and breakthrough experience here as well. And the waiting, calm and eye of the storm. All right, so you might resonate with these keywords. This is your message. This is your reading. I hope it resonates for you. If it does, please comment below, hit that like button. And if you're brand new to my channel and you're enjoying my content, please consider subscribing. Other than that, I wanted to wish you all a beautiful day and thank you so much for watching. All right, everyone, before we part ways, I wanted to share some exciting news with you. My daughter and I have recently launched these beautiful pendants. This is the Celestial Collection. These are zodiac medallions. They come in 18 karat gold vermeil and sterling silver. Today, you can see that I'm wearing my Gemini sun sign and my Leo moon sign, and I'm going to be wearing these off. I'm not taking them off. Now, I want you to know that each piece is blessed with love and intention. Okay, so what I'm going to do is leave you a link in the description box below for where you can find these and you can secure yours today. I'm also going to leave you with a message from my daughter today so that way you can personally meet her and hear her words for this collection, and then the ad campaign after that. So thank you so much again for all of your support, everyone.
Hi everyone, Ria's daughter here, Ashley from Sacred Haven. Me and Ria just released our first collection ever, and I wanted to share why we created it. From the beginning, we wanted to create jewelry that you guys felt connected to and personal, that you could wear every day. That's why we created all 12 of the zodiac signs, because every sign has a different story and energy behind it, so everyone can find their piece that feels most like them. I'm wearing my Sagittarius pendant today, and I'm absolutely obsessed with it. I've gotten so many compliments so far. We hope you love the collection as much as we do, and thank you so much for all your support.